Hey guys, I'm actually wearing a bra in this video, which I never do, so I can have it relatively zoomed out. I can just lay back, do a little talking, you can see my boobs, and I don't even care because they're not down to my knees right now. So in this video, I wanted to do a review/comparison of the new Nars All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation versus my Holy Grail foundation, which I left in the bathroom. God, all these cats around me are just making fucking so much noise. Stop! Chanel, please. Please. Cats, please. I got it in the shade Light 2. Very strange. I'm always light 1, or like the lightest shade, but light 1 was a little bit too yellow for me. This one was a lot pinker, so that's what I got. I mean, it's still too dark for me. Everyone that I've seen on Instagram and YouTube, etc., has just been sucking the dick of this foundation. I haven't heard one negative thing about it yet. The claims I have heard are that it is full coverage, it is super lightweight, it's really comfortable to wear. Honest to God. This is a really interesting claim that I've heard. Apparently it only takes like 2 drops to cover your whole face. Okay. Spoiler alert, no. Okay, so this shit is my Holy Grail foundation. It is the Estee Lauder Double Wear. I do have some in here because I traveled with it, so for the purposes of this video and of real life, these are the same. One thing I like about this is that it has a pump. I enjoy pumps. Better than just like glopping it all over like a sponge, you know. The top is the Nars and the bottom is my Estee Lauder. I enjoy the fact that the Nars is lighter than the Estee Lauder. That's the lightest shade the Estee Lauder one comes in. Rubbed in. God, I'm so white. I am so white. Sorry if I blind you. I'm like worse than a highlighter. If you can see them both cheered out, pretty much, I mean, they both look relatively full coverage. They both look okay. You know, you'd be like, yeah, those are comparable. I bought the Nars stuff about 3 weeks 3 weeks ago. Oh, that tastes like donuts. I've used it enough, I think, to form a solid opinion on it. Like, I don't hate it, it's just I don't think it delivers on the claims that it is supposed to. I don't think it is full coverage. I think it's medium coverage at best. I mean, I've heard from a lot of people who are way better at makeup than I am that it's full coverage, but maybe it's just like super subjective, but I don't find it full coverage on my face. I have a lot of freckles, and I think something's full coverage if it covers all my freckles, and this does not. So I'm gonna do the right side of my face with my Estee Lauder foundation. Now granted, I do use the Real Technique sponge, which does suck up a good amount of the product. So if you were to use a brush or your fingers, then you would use a lot less product, but that's just what I do. Why am I doing this in the viewfinder? I don't know. I just woke up from a nap like half an hour ago, and I had a dream that I was at a Katy Perry concert, and for some reason Obama came on the stage and everyone was freaking out over Katy Perry, but I went up to Obama, I was like shaking and crying, and I was like, I love you so much, and I was like freaking out. As you can see between the differences, was that English? Yeah. I do have a lot of redness in my skin, and the one thing I like about, well, one of the many things I like about the Estee Lauder foundation is that it completely just like covers the redness. So I don't look blotchy, I don't look red. Like, this is even before concealer and powder, which also help to conceal and, you know, fix my splotchy redness. It makes my skin look like super even. I mean, it doesn't totally cover my freckles, but I like my freckles anyways, so that's cool with me. So in comparison, pretty sure these two are about the same price. This one is 1 fluid ounce and this one is also 1 fluid ounce. So don't be fooled by the size, my friends. They're about the same amount of shit inside. Oh, you're supposed to shake it really well, which I already did, but I'll do it again. Just because it's very, very thin and super liquidy, which I don't hate, but it just like drips. Like, I just don't like foundations that just like drip everywhere. I don't know. I mean, I get that like a lightweight foundation would make it feel nicer on your skin, but I love how this one feels on my skin, so this is my face with primer on underneath, Estee Lauder, and the Nars. As you can see, I used pretty much the same amount of the Estee Lauder and the Nars foundations. I did not use 2 drops for even half of my face. I used probably about 1.5 pumps for the Nars half of my face, which is already way more than they claim that you need for your whole face. That's attractive. So this is the Estee Lauder side and this is the Nars side. And I'm not sure if you can tell, but the Nars side doesn't look too cakey, but it looks a lot cakier than the Estee Lauder side. This lovely stuff right here, that's like a little bit of pimple action going on and it looks a little bit cakey, whereas this side looks smooth and flawless. Both sides make my skin look pretty even, like a lot more even than it would be without foundation, but this side there's still like quite a bit of redness poking through, whereas this side there isn't any. This side just looks like a little more patchy than this side. This side is a lot more full coverage. For example, like I have a lot of redness around my nose, and this side it's pretty much totally gone, and this side you can still see a bunch of redness. Yeah. Who gets pimples on their hairline? If it was the first full coverage foundation that I tried, I would have been like, oh yeah, that's, you know, that's a good foundation. I just think for the price, which is like exorbitant, there are a lot better foundations out there. There's also the Revlon Color Stay Foundation as I dig through all my shit. There's also the Revlon Color Stay Foundation, which obviously you get from the drugstore. I was gonna say dollar store. I wish. In Canada, this is like $20 fucking, but in the States, I'm pretty sure it's only like 11 or 12. So this is a really, really great full coverage foundation. This is the dry skin kind, because I got dry skin. This is both foundations with like a little bit of contour and lips on, just so you get like the full effect of what it would look like in real life. There are better alternatives, aka the Revlon one, and for the same price there's a better one. Go to Sephora if you really want to buy it, then buy it. You can always return it. If you're not like in a super huge rush to buy it, then just like next time you're at Sephora, get a sample of the Estee Lauder, get a sample of the Nars, and test them both out and see which one you like better. That is it for my review slash demo. I hope you guys found it informative. If you didn't, then what more do you want from me? Okay, whoop.